My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to the Darkest Rhapsody Estate here in the Darkest Dungeon. Alright, it's about time to start opening up these warrens so I have more missions from which to choose. I've chosen my party already. We've got Godard, who is a natural, so they are not going to be receiving any trinkets here, so they get plus 20% to healing received, as well as plus 20% to max HP, but most importantly, plus 3 speed. As well as they already have Beast Slayer, so their accuracy will kind of take care of itself. We've also got Vavasaur here, who is bloodthirsty, which could be a little bit of a problem. However, they are a Beast Slayer, as well as bleeds really work well in this area. We've got Evelyn, who is an apprentice Vestal. She is a Warren's phobe, so it's very important that I have the Inspiring Christ Stress Heal available in this party. Basically the only healer that I could really spare this low of a level, and Mortimer to round out the party just to get an Antiquarian so that I can try and get myself a wee bit of extra loot. Alright. Let's unequip and resort all of our trinkets. Now, Godard and Evelyn are both going to be trying to roll stuns quite consistently. I don't think I have any stunning trinkets specifically for the Vestal. I do not. I need more Dazzling Charms, frankly. Okay, well, I'll give the stun chance. Of course I don't give it to you. Forgot about that. You're a natural. You're not going to be holding anything. All right, plus 20% to your bleed skill chance, plus 15% damage. Yeah, totally. The healing's going to be handled by Evelyn anyway, so your healing is marginal in impact. Let's say that much. It will increase your accuracy as well, so your bleeds should pretty much be guaranteed at that point. The Mortimer in the backline, I kind of just want to give you a bunch of lower stress so that you don't stress out ever. There's not really much you can do for me in this dungeon, unfortunately. What are the rest of your abilities? Are any of them good yet? I mean, because I won't be able to blight them because they actually have quite high blight resist in this area, which is a very severe concern of mine at the moment. I can use, protect me a lot, but Invigorating Vapors, just buff everyone's dodge. I've been told that's good, but I still don't believe it. I've also 3 slots left in my party that I actually want to fill up. We've got Haleka, who is a Ruined Scrounger as well as Adventurer, and they've also Ascetic, so they have less healing received from Weird Reconstruction, sorry. We've also got Briefville.
Swaying. She mesmerizes her prey before the final strike.
Briefville has Ashen as well as one of those Ruins perks, but the reason I'm taking them is I need another Antiquarian.
Where others will not go, and sees what others will not see.
We'll be taking neither of those two. They have pretty severely intense negatives available on them at the moment. Godard, not going to be changing any of yours. Vavasaur, not going to be changing any of yours. Evelyn, neither. Mortimer. Buff target. I think... See, I can't tell who's actually targeted. Is it everyone? Well, I guess we'll see. Anyone need equipment? No, not at all. Excellent. And we've also got the sanitarium here. We've already got people locked in. Good. I was worried that I would not yet have done that. Unholy Slayer's Ring. So that's good. I don't think it's good enough to spend all of my remaining money on. It's especially not insane because there's not that many things in the game that are unholy. Like, it's probably man is the least common, so like human or man, and then unholy, and then beast, and then eldritch in terms of lower to higher encounter rates. All right, let's just go to the warrens. So here I'm going to be probably not too conservative. It is worth taking more torches than I planned to, right? Because I can burn off negatives in this area. And I'll take 2 medicinal herbs and 2 bandages. Sure. Got to make sure that I can safely loot all of the interactables in this area. Otherwise, why did I bring an antiquarian? I've also got to make sure that I use the antiquarian to do those loots. Otherwise, why did I bring an antiquarian?
They breed quickly down there in the dark. But perhaps we can slay them even faster.
This trap would just bleed the person who fails, so I'm going to have Vavasaur attempt it. Oh no.
Carelessness will find no clemency in this place.
Big reason Vavasaur attempted that is they have the highest bleed resist out of everyone available in my party at the moment. And also, they're happier to be on low HP. Ooh. Crate is empty. One of the next space as well. Good lord, nothing but crates, yo. Pumping a torch game, trying to get some scouting going on. Okay, not a bad surprise. We have very limited ability to hit their backline, unfortunately. And that's almost definitely someone's fault.
A decisive pummeling.
If only I knew who. Oh well, it's impossible to find out. Fine. Good crits.
The slow death.
It's mostly important that we kill that cultist brawler with the bleed so that we can move the swine wretch forward, rather. So they have some high priority target. Perfect. Bleed out as well. That's actually excellent. Damn it. I need you to bleed out before I act. Because then Goddard would be able to attack the backline.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Goddard just went too dang quick for their own good. Yeah. Expected. Solid 6. Well done, you. Rough. Really wanted to hit that just so that I could get the self-heal.
As the fiend falls,
Alright.
a faint
I'll take it.
blossoms.
And I'm actually going to accept this hit as well. Yeah. Totally worth. Even if that had stunned, I would still say totally worth on my part. Okay. Single heal yourself for a ridiculous amount. Alright, I'm going to force myself to be guarded here because somehow I feel like it might be relevant. Turns out not to be in the happiest way. More than happy to take that stress off of you. Alright, that swine chopper is now dead this turn. Kind of what I was hoping for there, in fact. I just got to make sure that my damn Crusader goes first. Would have been nice. We'll be looting this with medicinal herbs in order to kill disease harboring in the food. We get a lot more food from that, but it's not entirely necessary.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Okay. Perfect. Really happy for you to bleed out. Oh, is that even gonna... It is. Okay, we are fine now.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Up until this point, that could have been a problem, but... Mortimer, Mortimer, Mortimer.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy.
Easy 3 heal. Now, we're stacking minor antiques. I think these stacked 12 for a total of 500 gold each. That's the magic of the antiquarian. When she interacts with things, she gets those minor and occasionally rare antiques. Right, This is unfortunate because we're going to have so little that we can actually do to the Swine Wrench in the back line. 6, that's your maximum. 4 to 6 is your range. Not bad. Stun that Cultist Brawler and try and bleed them out if we can. Well, they are going to bleed out, but over the course of 2 turns, unfortunately. It's going to make it difficult to hit that Swine Wrench. Drums of Debilitation, fine. Happy to be marked, in fact. Prevents frontliner from targeting anyone else. This could be a problem, though. Don't disease me. Alright. Really glad that the Swine Chopper in the back line, Swine Chopper? Or the Swine Drummer, rather, is not doing stress damage. Damn. I still have to focus on that. I was rolling the Antiquarian's move there just as kind of like, what if this works? Give me your life force. Crit on the self-heal as well. Well done, you. Oh, to try and control that Swine Drummer in the back line, though. They do have the stress across the party move that I kind of want to avoid. You can also see their increased blight resistance at the very bottom there. They've got 40% by base. So what have you at the moment? 110 with your blight chance? Yeah. Not reliable enough, unfortunately. As much as I want to roll a stun on that frontliner, I think it's actually way more important that we start stress healing. This frontline is dead next turn. Unless it crits this turn. Even if it had have stunned, it wouldn't have been that bad. My stun chance there was garbage, so I rolled the damage instead. Damn it. It's exactly what I didn't want to see. Not that much stress picked up, though.
Their formation
Good kill.
Maintain the offensive.
And we got our stress heal off as well before the fight ended. Beautiful.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
We have, frankly, way too much food. I'm more than happy to drop a stack of food in order to start picking up Citrine, where usually I would not. Oh, that's a shuffle without really, like, a difference. It's a difference without a distinction, rather. I don't like that they're all going to get around on top of us, but still. Okay. Sure, I couldn't have rolled for a single kill myself, but you know who can? Oh, this stun resist is 50%, so I have a... It's actually a 70% stun. Nice, we hit it. And as long as we hit bleed, and we do... Excellent. Guess I should hit the same target again. Not really what I was hoping for, but if it works, it works.
The match is struck.
And bolt from blue, as well as the self-heal.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
I'm literally going to drop a full stack of food here. We have way too much food.
Such blockages are unsurprising. These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
Unless these have been redone, and I'm actually just going to rely on the fact that they haven't. The occult scrollings are usually not ideal for us, to say the least. Had to resist the bleed, eh? Well, at least I had someone more than happy to polish you off. Yeah, I should have thought more about my ability to hit the back line in this party. It's very, very limited. Bad humors, negative 20% max HP, unfortunately. Could be worse, but not by much. No disease for you, at least. There's the marks, so we definitely need to keep the swine chopper down. Ugh. Lowest damage you could roll. At the very least, you did bleed. Our stun chance there is garbage. If we high rolled the damage, we could have been able to kill there. Well, at least the ball and chain didn't crit. In fact, it just helped me resort my party. Beautiful. Damn. At the very least, they're constantly trying to stress out the target who has a bunch of stress resists on them at the moment. That's handy for me. Let's get them to start effectively slotting forwards. Oh, good stress heal. So I can just take him out. Put him on a conveyor belt towards my blade. Thank you. Yep, go for the heal on the Antiquarian there. She was looking a little bit worse for wear. Nice.
The way is
Hell of a lot of stress healing in that one.
The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Someone's got to start clearing those out so that we can actually reach this bugger.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
I should have considered the possibility that we could have looted that in low light if I just waited and came back. Managed to disarm it. Deft work there, my friend. Hunger Proc is more than happy to deal with that one. Rack of Blades, we'll use a bandage to interact with. Again, it's just giving us a bunch of food. You can't rely on getting food during this dungeon, though. But we have gotten really lucky and gotten a lot of food during this dungeon.
Mind that such
In retrospect, we needn't have brought any food at all. Alright. Make it more potent. I get plus 30% damage until camp. Who has like a bunch of negatives on them? You do. Cool. Interact with that. You get a negative quirk and it might start helping you replace the other negative quirks. Oh, wow. It actually just... Looks like it actually just bumped our torch down. That's all it did. Yikes. Bunch of webbers. Okay, as long as that bleeds, you're down.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are
Ooh,
lifted.
that's a crit as well as a mark.
Clear.
These spiders can get real nasty when there's a crit out. When there's a mark out, rather.
Be gone, fiend.
As long as I collected there, I knew I was going to kill. So I was just reliant on that. Here's your buff at least.
Another
Hey,
abomination
Mortimer coming in clutch
cleansed
there.
from our lands.
Okay. Spitter with a stun. Can't actually even try and blight you, damn it. Healed across the party, basically fishing for a crit there. Very glad that Goddard went first there, because otherwise I would not be able to comfortably in that fight.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
All right. That's a completed quest right there, friends. We're going to get a surprising amount of money for a short dungeon, though.
Should have never happened. You are doing just work ending them.
10.5k is not bad for short. Hot to trot, plus 20 accuracy, plus 25% damage, and plus 5% crit, all on the first round. Unerring, plus 10% damage to the ranged skills that Goddard doesn't have. Dipsomania does mean that I can't really take Vavasaur out into the Warrens again, unfortunately, because it will force them to interact with those barrels, and you can get diseases, I believe, from that. Plotter is quite nice, but we're not going to be taking an antiquarian into the Darkest Dungeon.
A fresh irritant to some, a sanguine memory to me.
And that's where it's most important. All right, we've got Gabard, who's off guard as well as a wheeled verb. You are a beast hater, though. That's not enough to offset. Satanophobia and winded for thick-blooded and wheel. Nope, again. Natural for plus speed. You've a fear of Eldritch and you're a shocker. Again, we can't really take that. And weak grip on life for a Warren's tactician. Not really worth. Well, at the very least, they're making my decisions quite easy there. Chirurgeon's Charm, I would have picked this up. Much earlier on in the game, I would have picked this up. But since then, I picked up the Ancestor Scroll as well as Junior's Head. So we can get 55% to our stress healing skills. Sorry, our healing skills, not our stress healing skills. But our healing skills at the very least. Let's drop all of y'all out of here. So we can't go to the Wield. We could have gotten Eternity's Collar. It's not bad. It's better than it was before. The Cove for the slippery boots. I do know the farmstead is here, by the way, because I've been told to look at the farmstead and look at their rotating trinkets, but I just don't think I'm ready for the farmstead. I don't think that I can go back there without a party that is entirely leveled up, entirely correct, and entirely on top of it. It's also a veteran mission, so I actually want to send like level 4 characters out on that. We don't really have any of those yet. Closest we have are the level 3s that we refuse to send out on missions yet. So you eat nothing, you take no damage when you starve, you take no stress when you starve, you take no stress from not eating during camping. Interesting. Interesting. And up here, we've Mercurial Salve, plus 25% damage versus Bloodsuckers. I think as a result of the fact that they're offering the Mercurial Salve, I have to go for this. That will enable me to take on the Courtyard almost single-handedly. So, we need to consider who is capable of hitting a backline. Well, Hellion. Plague Doctor. We have a lot of low-level characters on this run right now. Oh, boy. It's not getting much better, is it? I could take Dudley and then just have Dudley transform and then have Dudley destroy all of the pews with Rake. Actually, I think I'll have that happen. I think that's actually probably a good idea. And then I just need a healer as well. I could take Montville. You're another Ruins Explorer. Yeah. I mean, that gives us a total of 2 Ruins Explorers for just plus 20% to our scouting at all times. Okay. Aslan, you need Iron Swan and Barbaric Yorp. Those are in fact your most important skills. Probably going to be rolling that most of the time, at the very least up until the fight in the end. Dudley, I'm afraid you are going to have to just level up all across the board. And the Bavon, Noxious, Incision's not necessary. Emboldening Vapors, I actually might roll with for a little bit. So, Noxious, Plague, Battlefield, and Blinding would usually be my layout. But in the final fight, I might change the Blinding in order to get Emboldening Vapors so that I can increase the damage done by Dudley to the pews. Now, one of the reasons that I'm doing this kind of a strategy is because if you destroy the pews, you get consecrated pews at the end of the fight, and you can sell those for a ridiculous amount of money. Just a frankly comical amount of money. Okay, so you hold the Blasphemous Vial. I'll give you the Padlock of Transference. The thing is, I also want Dudley just to have a bunch of damage. I don't... Dismas's head, though. I think I'll give Dismas's head initially to Aslan, as well as the focus ring, to offset the fact that Aslan's quite low level, so she's not going to have good accuracy yet. And then in the final fight, I'll probably swap the trinkets over. Monville, you can take the Ancestor's Scroll, as well as the Dazzling Charm. And Dudley. Dudley. What are we gonna do with you, eh? Pretty much anything will work here, in fact. Actually gonna give you the Book of Relaxation. It's gonna lower your dodge a little bit, but it's gonna increase your accuracy. Alright. Aslan has nothing. I mean, Dudley theoretically could get some armor. Sure.
Fan the flames, mold the metal. We are raising an army.
More than happy to do that for my best friend Duds. Alright, everyone has their trinkets ready. Everyone has the right skills. Plague Doctor, you should probably pick up one final thing before we go. Plus 15 to your stun skill chance. Sure. Plague Doctor's only really going to be stunning the back two lines. Alright. Let's provision up for the journey. I'll start out by overfilling my inventory a little bit. Let's take 3 shovels, 4 holy water. I'm feeling lucky with those. 3 keys. I'll take a single medicinal herb and I'll take nothing else.
Excavations beneath the manor were well underway when a particularly ragged indigent arrived in the hamlet. This filthy, toothless miscreant boasted an uncanny knowledge of my ambitions and prognosticated publicly that, left unchecked, I would soon unleash doom upon the world.
Well, not soon, apparently.
The echoes of his mindless tittering reverberate maddeningly.
Still kicking around this old world of ours. I think we may have not brought a trap disarm specialist. Oh boy. Sure. We get Healer's Gift. Ugh. Plus 20% healing skills while camping. There is one that is actually like Physician or something, and it's just plus 10% or plus 20% to healing skills. That would be ridiculous. Kind of a little unfortunate we don't have it. I also don't actually really have stress heal in this body, so I probably shouldn't have rolled that on the person who has the highest stress currently. That just seems like it would be a bad idea. You, buddy, you have extra accuracy on your range skills. Please use it. Oh, it's necessary. Oh, it really is. You have a focus ring. I could have gone for the barbaric Yorp on the front lines, but I really wanted that focus ring to go off. Help us get rid of this cultist acolyte and control our stress earlier. Oh well. More fool me.
A decisive
Good crit.
pummeling.
On the only character who has no stress. Hell yeah. More than happy to take the hit, frankly. And more than happy to dodge that one. I could have stunned this Bone Rabble to prevent it acting this turn, but a Bone Rabble is not a problem. Cultist Brawler in the front line is dead.
Confidence surges as the
Alright,
enemy
all we have is this
crumbles.
Cultist Acolyte. It's time to start blighting them up. 7 per round.
Their formation is broken.
Roll an attack on the front liner to see if I get some stress heal out of it. And we do, so quite happy. Oh, nice crit. Oh, hell yes, Sapphire.
English horrors.
Baby.
Brought low and driven into the mud.
Contents of mine. I'm not gonna get sad that it wasn't another Sapphire. Don't worry, it's fine. It's fine. I am mad about it, though. Unsettling passage to get some extra stress. As long as we've surprised them. Actually, will slap in this circumstance. Just short of a kill on that target, unfortunately. If I can dig in any more damage on the backline, we are fine. Beautiful.
Slowly.
Okay, two cultist brawlers. They've got 75, but one of them's already acted. If the other one acts, then I can just gawp at him again. Actually do want to try and take this fight a wee bit slower. If at all possible. Good. So that I can start to heal these debuffs that I have on all my different characters at the moment. Just control a wee bit of stress at the moment. And try and cure off those bleeds. You're dead. The cultist brawler here is not yet. Not too far from it on that one. Oh, the party heals, though, will come in clutch.
But never hidden.
I'll just kill that backliner. I don't want to risk the possibility of them just starting out the round and then just critting us. Heal off that bleed before it goes again. Sure.
As the fiend falls,
drop them
hope
like a sack of bricks. Not really planning on taking Citrine home. We've got limited space. We have 2 Ruined Scouters, so 20% extra chance to be scouting. As well as we've always been answering the call of these final rooms in high light. So we should really be scouting. I'm a little bit frustrated we haven't. Not bad. The boss can be here or here, so unfortunately I am going to need a scout later on in the dungeon as well. I'd like to not be relying on it either. Okay, well, this is pretty clear. We've curried favor with the gods, and yeah, plus 30% damage until camp. Hopefully that'll allow me to Iron Swan some people out of existence. Please, game? Okay. Not half bad, not half bad. And... damn it, let me roll the Iron Swan.
Continue the onslaught.
Even with the plus 30% damage, you're so damn underwhelming. I shouldn't have rolled the stun. I should have just rolled a natural attack there. Damn. As long as that blights. We're a little bit more fine, but unfortunately now everyone in our party's bleeding, and our easiest control of it was just used. Move your bleed with that. Party heal here, and it crits on exactly the target we needed it. Beautiful. Good dodge.
Her death by inches.
This Brigand Bloodletter has a 50% stun resist, which is really unfortunate because Dudley with the Manacles and the Padlock of Transference has 130, so we have an 80% chance every single time we roll this to stun. And we failed it last time. By a fairly wide margin. Killed 2 bleeds there. Nice.
Executed.
Very happy to see that stress healing there. Okay, 15 from a standard hit, especially while she was still debuffed and had lower damage, courtesy of the battlefield, not the battlefield medicine, courtesy of the barbaric York. That's not bad.
The blood pumps, the limbs obey.
Stress is going to be our main concern. So I am kind of worried that maybe I have to just take a bunch of stress healing skills when we rest.
This momentum. Push on to the task's end.
I'm going to drop an anti-venom in order to take Warrior's Bracer here. No antiquarian with which to loot this.
A fortune.
Definitely do want deeds.
Waiting to be spent.
We're going to need to run in low light for a little bit because we only have 8 torches left. Can't believe we can't get scouting. Oh, it's maddening. It really is. Is this our 3rd obstacle? Please get me scouting. Oh, we'll see at the end of this battle. Of all the shuffles you could have done, that's probably not the worst.
Inspiration and improvement.
Nice stun. I mean, unfortunately, it did put our Abomination out of position, so our Abomination couldn't really just lock someone down with the manacles, but... Snibbot. Okay, Rake across the front line will probably kill both in the next turn.
Press this advantage.
Well, looks like it's not going to need to.
No quarter.
This is exactly where the Beast's Bile would come in handy.
Executed with impunity.
Actually, probably should have just rolled the stun there.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
I fear I may have just given the Cultist Acolyte a turn they didn't really necessarily need to have. Well, at the very least, they decided to waste it. Handy. And we'll transform back at the end of the fight anyway, so... Just roll that, and we transform back. Everyone gets a little bit of a stress heal.
Remind yourself
Enough to
that
really justify it.
overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Still don't want to start a sack of Citrine. Thank you very much. Got a double scout here. I mean... Who has our highest bleed resist? Because that's the only way we're going to be able to interact with this. The Vestal, it's trapped. And you almost got blighted by it instead. Knowledge within, forever changes the hero. You're a co-phobe. It's fine. I was just hoping that it would replace something else that was kind of annoying. Chose not to, though. I'm going to have the person with the lowest stress who can also heal their own stress interact with that. Okay. Since we'd scouted this fight, we knew this fight couldn't ambush us or surprise us or anything like that. Which is why I was a little bit more willing to come in low light. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you. Another 5 on that Bone Soldier, so the Bone Soldier's already dead. Excelente. I'm gonna hit that on the back line just in case we manage to stun here, which we do. Beautiful. So the Bone Arbalist is also dead. And that just leaves us with the Bone Rabble, which is
the slow death.
So trivial.
Unforeseen. Unforgiving. Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Yep, this is what happens when you don't have a stress healer, ladies and gentlemen. Especially when you don't have a stress healer and you
Wary.
garbage up your early
Triumphant
fights.
pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
I don't really have an inventory slot I can free up for that right now. Okay, we did get another scout. Beautiful. Feeling a lot better. Feel like I loot this in low light, go into that battle, do all of that, come back here, loot those two, go back into this room, rest. Which means that I loot this now. Contemplates mortality. Thanatophobia, plus 20% stress if your HP is low. Damn. Not a great pickup on our part. Free up some inventory space. That's a madman. Okay, we managed to hit the stun. If we can prevent its debuff from going off, I will be more than happy. Almost killed the back on it there. Couldn't have missed, could ya? Okay. One down, one blighted. Okay, that Bone Courtier is dead now. The unfortunate thing is, yeah, this madman's probably going to make our Vestal freak out. Should have just rested earlier. Yep, she's paranoid.
The walls close in. The shadows whisper of conspiracy.
Well, it could be worse. Not by much, I'll grant you, but it could be worse. I don't think we can remove the affliction. I think there's any way we're doing that, in fact. Oh, she's going to start stressing everyone else out. Okay, we probably need to cut this mission a lot shorter than I was planning on. Because if we can't rely on our healer, we can't really do much. Alright. And just polish them off with a ridiculously huge crit, please. And of course, only you will stress heal off of that, because naturally.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
I'm going to drop the medicinal herbs in order to take that stack. Not extremely pleased with that, but so it'll have to be. Disarm. Gonna be turning out the light as we come back to loot these two curios.
The darkness holds much worse.
Well, the light's already out, so I may as well loot it on this way.
And boogeymen.
Hopefully... Ooh, okay. I was hopeful that a fight wouldn't spawn in the hallway, but unfortunately a trap did.
Mechanical hazards. Possessed by evil intent.
I might actually need that shovel. I don't really have an option to leave it, unfortunately. Okay, there's these two curios. We'll poke our head out, see if they're worth looting in particularly low light.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Marginal. Alright. Pop the firewood
moment
and a
of
huge
respite.
feast.
A chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
Plus 25% damage if in position 1. Rake does not necessarily move me forward, so I can have Dudley behind. It's fine. All companions get negative 20 stress, negative 10 stress if you gain 20 stress. That's not that bad either. Self-medicate to remove 10 stress from yourself. It's not that much. It's unfortunate, but the nighttime ambush prevention comes out of Monville, so she could just decide not to do this. And in fact, decided not to do that. So we could get nighttime ambushed here, and that would be really bad. Revel would be a lot of negative stress across the party, but it's also negative accuracy and negative speed, which is rough. talk that one down from the ledge.
In radiance,
We didn't
may
get
we
nighttime
find
ambushed. Excellent.
victory.
Damn it. A fight spawned in the corridor directly in front of us. Sure. At least it's weedy. Where usually I would be stunning right now,
Be gone.
I'm
fiend.
instead just gonna very quickly give him the old what for, because, oh god, how did it hit that target? I definitely went for this bone rabble.
The match is struck. A blazing star
Oh, well.
is born.
They get one free hit out on me, I guess. Well, this is not a crit. Frankly, I'm pleased.
The ground
Good crit
quakes.
ourselves. Oh, for a hell of a lot of stress heal across the party as well. Beautiful. Nice. A crit on yourself as well. You're the only person that really needed it in terms of both stress healing and healing.
Another one falls. This expedition at least promises success.
Keep reading. You're now a fast healer, which is a downgrade from healer's gift. Ugh. Video game. Okay, just control the bone courtier. That's it. Rest of the fight is ours as soon as we get that bone courtier down. Plague on the back line as long as it hits is enough. Beautiful. Start kicking in damage against these front two liners because we're going to be yawping at them for the stun.
Sedated.
Okay, it rolled individually for each of them. They have the same resistances, so the fact that one of them resisted and one of them did not is a wee bit weird. It's fine though. We can now kind of like stun them on and off in order to try and control them. Severely minimize the output of damage per turn. Come on, Hellion next. Damn it. Alright, this guy's dead, so it's just stress healing from now on out. Well, what little stress healing we can do.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Thank heck we got the scouting here. I actually don't think I can go into this other direction. I'll pop my head out and I'll see what the curio is. It's actually a really good curio. I am... You know what? You're already stressed out. I could lower your stress by interacting with this with the holy water. Or I could send you in and you might remove one of your negatives. I'm going to wimp out and do it for the stress healing. If I get two more of that in this corridor, we could be in a good place. Easy disarm, and of course that's not enough. Fine. Give this the easiest loot of all time, and make sure that we're entirely prepared for the boss. So we're going to be changing around our inventory a little bit here. Probably to the tune of dropping the food and swapping all of these
The light,
relics out
The promise of safety.
to give the extra damage and crit to the right target there. This Warrior's Brace is actually going to come in handy for Aslan. Okay, so you hold the same things, you hold the same things. Do we change anyone's skills? Yes, we do change the Sonorous Prophet. You need the Emboldening Vapors. Take that over the Blinding Gas. You're pretty much only just going to be standing there to heal. Alright. I guess I can remove the Barbaric Yawp. And taken if it bleeds, I guess. Alright. Let's go into the dungeon.
The madman hides there, behind the pews, spouting his mindless drivel.
So what's happened here is the front line and back line are targeted. Save anything else occurring, they will both take a lot of damage real soon. So I've got to start raking constantly so I can make my way through all of these.
Skill and purpose.
I should Boldening Vapors here. My plan is actually just to straight up murder all of the pews and then kill the Sonorous Prophet. Fulminate is a light roll. Rubble of Ruin hits both of those liners and Death's Door. Well, we could easily have Bovin just die right now. Depending on how this goes, naturally. Have you cure that light so that if you do go down to Death's Door, you're not guaranteed to possibly die. Oh, God. Nice. Guaranteed to possibly die. Ugh. Makes no sense. Ooh. This Emboldening Vapors is actually... You can stack it a bunch? Can you? Because it's for +1 battle. Yeah. You can stack it as many times as you'd like, it looks like.
And now the true test.
Beautiful. Aslan's not blighted anymore, courtesy of what we've done prior. It's like they're only targeting Aslan, though.
A singular strike.
Destroyed 2 pews. And now my rakes are going to start hitting the Sonorous Prophet as well. This is the big thing. Gets that target off of Death's Door.
A momentary abatement.
Good heal across the party as well. Crits for 27s. Not bad either. And I believe... No, you get plus damage versus bleeding. Ah, right. So even if the Rubble of Ruins does hit you, and it does, it is going to stress you out a lot, but it's not that bad. We should be able to heal you off of Death's Door. Yeah. Not a great prognostication, I'll admit. Okay. Just got to get her off of Death's Door. Didn't want you to do that. Good thing I had the Plague Doctor get this target off of Death's Door. Otherwise, we could have been in a real sticky position. Uh-oh. Didn't blight the frontliner, but we're about to have a death roll chance. Nice. If that hit, there was a 67% chance they survived. Good, good. And time to be a coward. Move someone in. Good.
Impressive.
Now that that's down, we can just focus all of our firepower on killing the Sonorous Prophet. I just wanted to get all of the pews down. I very rarely do that, but it's a lot of extra money, and we need it, frankly.
As life ebbs,
We're coming out of this with a lot of stress. Ooh. Even getting tested. So if I rage, I don't move forward, but if I slam, I do. I'm going to slam just so that I can move myself forward, and that's just to move the Hellion out of position effectively.
set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
Hellion rejects the heal. Good thing I moved her out of position, I guess. I'll make sure to get her off of Death's Door there, just in case Fulminate goes across. It does. And it hits exactly her, and it blights exactly her, and she's the only person left to have a turn, and dies immediately, because of course she does. Beautiful.
In this sprawling tomb.
Stress test Paranoid on Dudley. This is all my fault for not taking a stress healer from mind. It's literally entirely on me. I'm not super keen on how this went, as you might imagine.
Precision
good
and
crit.
power.
There's the possibility we kill here with the crit. Never mind, we actually can't use the lightning from the sky ability, unfortunately. Eye on you. You don't have a second round this turn. Second action this round, do you? You do not. Excellent. Rubble of Ruin misses twice, and the Sonorous Prophet dies as soon as they try. Prognostication doesn't count as an action. It's just a thing that happens at the start of each round, so it doesn't trigger Blight on them.
Did he foresee his own demise? I care not.
Okay.
So long as he remains dead.
So this is effectively what I did all of that for, to get these 3 consecrated pews for 2,500 each. The natural question is, was it worth it? And the answer is no, not really. Especially because I'm now having such difficulty trying to find places to put them. Do want that stun skill stone. Yeah, that'll replace a stack of crests, I guess. All right. Time to limp our weary asses home. At the very least, we did pick up the Mercurial Salve, the plus 25% damage versus Bloodsuckers, and a pretty reasonable amount of money, considering. You're a Stress Eater, and you're now Warren's Scrounger. Aslan, at the very least, is not someone I really cared about having die.
A fresh irritant to some. A sanguine memory to me.
Like, obviously, I care that I've got another hero in the graveyard, and now I'm 4 out of 16 of my allotted and available deaths. But also, there was no real investment made in them yet, so it's no big loss. Nothing ventured, nothing lost. Well, this episode has already gone way too long. Ooh, Solar Crown. This episode has already gone way too damn long, so for the moment, let me just say that my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game? It's been Darkest Dungeon. This has been the Darkest Rhapsody Estate. We've lost someone, but so did they. We took out the Fulminating Prophet. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.